April.
Let's talk a little college football here. According to USA Today, USC has the second most difficult non-conference schedule, only trailing East Carolina. So here's what it looks like. BMAC, the Trojans host Western Michigan, Texas before visiting Notre Dame as part of their non-conference slate. Do you think this non-conference schedule will help USC?
Yeah, if they win.
Exactly.
If win, that's easy.
They're big W's.
No question. If they take care of their business against non-Pac-12 opponents, they should be in a great position to really get into the playoffs. Now, I think based on what they have returning with their quarterback, I think they will once again be the most talented team in the Pac-12. I said that a year ago. Even though Washington was the most consistent, the talent Coach Helton has currently on that roster is tops in the Pac-12.
And we saw USC go this way throughout the entire season. That's why there was that big argument towards the end of the season. Should they get into the CFP based off of their momentum? But this brings up an interesting point. I want to ask you about this. Speaking of the CFP, this is the Ohio State versus Washington argument. Ohio State played a very competitive non-conference schedule. They won those games, which is what got them into the CFP, while Washington had a better record but played a much weaker non-conference schedule, also getting into the CFP. Which is better?
Well, for
better
me,
record, weaker schedule, or worse record, harder schedule?
Well, if you look at Washington coming into 2016, no one saw them as a team they eventually became, right? So they benefited from a weaker non-conference schedule because the expectations was not as high as the Ohio State Buckeyes. For Ohio State, they played a tougher non-conference schedule, and they were able to weather the storm and take care of their business, but they needed those big-time ball games because they had a few hiccups against conference foes. So it played out extremely well for both teams. I think for a team like SC that has extremely high expectations coming into this season, having a tough schedule, non-conference schedule, if they take care of their business and have a hiccup against a Washington or a conference opponent, that could really help them at the end of the season.
Right, you're right. College football can't get here soon enough, right?
I smell the grass. I love the grass of football.